Hello, my name is Cristian. I'm one of the specialist celiac dietitians. Today I'd like to answer a question which a lot of patients can have when they have celiac disease, and the question is, how much gluten does it take to damage my gut? So it's important to answer this question because if as a patient if you have celiac disease and you don't know how much gluten it takes to damage your gut, it's very hard to know to what level gluten needs to be avoided. So what we know is that there's been a lot of useful research around this area, and some of the research showed that actually patients were given different capsules with different amounts of gluten in them to see at what level gluten could cause gut damage, and they realized that 50 milligrams was enough to cause gut damage. And you'll probably be asking yourself, well, what does 50 milligrams mean? What's that in real life terms? So what we've got here is a little diagram that might help you quantify that. So if you picture a slice of bread, a normal slice of gluten containing bread, you chop that into 70 slices. One of those 70 slices is enough to cause gut damage in a whole day. Therefore, this is already too much, and most foods that you see in supermarkets branded with gluten-free, then that means that they have much less gluten in them, and that is safe for your gut. So you can have a lot of gluten-free products in a day, and cumulatively that won't cause gut damage. So it has to be a lot less than that. So if you were to put that into context with everything you do on a day-to-day basis, it means that foods don't just have to be gluten-free from an ingredient point of view, it's also from a cross-contamination or how they're made. So if your food's gluten-free, but in the cooking process it touches something that has gluten, it gets contaminated, and that is too much gluten for your gut to handle. So if you see on a label that the ingredients are okay, but it says made in a factory with gluten, that's not suitable. In the same way, then when you go out, or if you're in a restaurant or ordering from a takeaway, you need to check and see if the foods have been contaminated with gluten in the cooking process, okay? And that's the way you make sure that your foods are fully gluten-free. I hope that's helped.